Siri_bot says, Siri_bot is here, Saribo arrive.
Kuroganadorian7 says, 3ST.
Hodden_Kane says, smiley face, /haya at Mjik the ice /.
Kuroganadorian7 says, Kuraga 24 yeeted, 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 Kuraga 24 yeeted. Kuroganadorian7 says, Mjik LOL.
Sammy Killer Bees says, Car 0T Skillasub. Hodden_Kane says, in that case lololol.
Peanut_butter_jellytime21 says, waving hand.
Sammy Killer Bees says, cuckoo. Sammy Killer Bees says, yes. Hodden_Kane says, yeah. Hodden_Kane says, LUL.
Please stay. Don't put out the flame and run away. In this heartbreak, I'll be here fighting for you with or without you. Wide awake with all the things I know that I should say. I thought I could take more than I really can with or without you. Baby, till you come back with something, I know I'll never let it go. I'm waiting, but you come back with nothing. This obsession is turned into the great despair. I keep thinking I see you and there's nobody there. They say love is time, but all your love isn't fair. So pull me out of the great despair. Every day I'm getting stronger, but I still feel the pain. Time will show.
Your balls are itching. You have to keep the gun on me, but dear God, it's like spiders are crawling all over them. Jesus.
Siri_bot says, an ad break has begun. I am running the minimum required 90s of ads every 30 minutes in order to disable pre-rolls and receive 55% revenue share. This additional revenue helps me pay for filament and other needed supplies to make the props you love. Consider taking a short water, bathroom, or stretch break during
There I go. I think that should have it. Okay, a few adjustments were done. Let me just move the mouse. Over here, camera seems misaligned.
Kuroganadorian7 says, hi dear.
How you doing? So I've limited what whose messages come through. So that should be just the all important ones, the ones from the moderators. So that just helps me not miss everything. That must be, thank you, that must be Sammy, right? Of course, who else is it going to be? Well, I want to, okay, the monitors are always there. And if I need to address something, they can tell me. If I'm really
Kuroganadorian7 says, music is at same level as you.
Oh, okay. I'll turn that down a bit. See? That's how it works. Okay, turning that down. Let's see, where's that? Here. There. That should solve that problem. So we got a lot of work that needs to be done today. And only 3 hours to do it. Mrs. Thighs has a surprise for me this afternoon, so I'm gonna have to end the stream at about 11 o'clock today. So it's only gonna be a 3-hour stream. A 3-hour stream. A 3-hour stream. Okay. Oh, wrong screen. There we go. So the mess on my desk, and this is the only light that I've got, but it's not bad. I need to adjust this sometime soon.
Look, brothers!
Sag. Yes, I grew them myself. Okay, so this here is part of my
Kuroganadorian7 says, Shojiho Wies Lul Mjik LOL.
Okay, so this is part of my my cosplay. So on the back of Nova's shoulders are these pieces here. This is flimsy. I did it out of this because it's lightweight, but it gets damaged very easy, and I don't want to have to recut these and repaint them and whatever. So I printed them. So I'm just assembling. The last piece is being printed right now. I made one mistake. There's no holes for these. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to drill them. So this needs to be put back together, reassembled, and then I need to paint it. That's what we're going to start with today.
Kuroganadorian7 says at Samakiller B, you got me curious.
What did I miss? What's up? What's up? What's up? Something you can't unsee with the sleeveless Vauban. Oh no. Yes. I would love to see the unseeable, or the...
She
One
Merida
sec.
says, TDS active?
Yes. Yep, it is active for moderators and VIPs. But that's it. Everybody else will be silent. It's just so that I don't miss the really, really important stuff. And if I do miss something from somebody else, the moderators can actually bring it to my attention. It's a little bit easier that way. I don't particularly like the voice, though. I wish I could only get it in my ear and not in yours as well. I need to figure all that out. Okay, so I need to bring up Twitch because it's easier to see it here.
She Merida says, Sinheimer.
What? Oh. Okay, mobile dashboard. There we go. Manager. And turn that volume down. I don't need it. And chat and my stand. That's easier for me to see and focus on. The monitor in front of me just doesn't do it for some reason. I need to actually have that monitor there on a mount that I can bring up closer and be able to see it. So that is a problem for future calling. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I posted on in the Discord and a few other places pictures of Mrs. Thies and I yesterday fooling around for the camera. It was just a really wonderful, wonderful day. She wanted, because the very last people that I needed to tell wow, okay. I got a tangle of wires and helmet down here. All right, I just need to plug in the phone. So finally told the very last people that needed to be told that I'm transitioning. I know, it's 2 years, how could I not? Anyway, the very last people were told, and then I just made a post on Facebook, and Mrs. Thies, before I posted it, she said, you need pictures for this. So we did pictures, and that's what we came up with, those 5 pictures that we did just playing around for the camera. It was just a lot of fun doing that too. We videoed it, and she's decided that, well, actually, she suggested that we start a YouTube channel. There are other couples out there that are going through transition together, but they're all younger. So she said, why don't we fill that gap and show your transition, because you're in your 50s. So, most likely in OBS, in audio mixer, under advanced audio, maybe. I don't know, because just my own OBS, it's actually on, what is it here? I would need to open it in a different browser and then silence that browser, because it's coming through on my desktop audio. It's on a browser tab. That is a bit of a problem. I'll figure it out. We'll just see how it goes today. It's only a 3-hour stream, so we'll figure it out. I want to have it just in my ear so that you're not going to hear everything, because it will get overwhelming. For something unseeable, look at Sleeveless Valbon, Heirloom, and tell me it's not a Master Dragon Ball. I actually don't know. I never watched Dragon Ball. I'm sorry, I never got into it. There was a time when I wasn't watching any anime at all, and that was about then, when Dragon Ball was common or popular. You thought about making videos for adults with autism? That's a good idea too. That is actually a good idea. Just to share the experiences. what we go through, how we think, and what challenges we face because we're adults and assumed to be normal. Or, what's the word I'm trying to look for? Not normal. Neurotypical. Because we're not, and we think different. Shared experiences, that's... Okay, that is the wrong size. I need the right size bit. That is not the right size bit. Okay, where's my small bit? I can't see.
Merida says, I only watch the abridged version of Dragon Ball Z because, half a season to charge up one attack.
Okay, I know enough about it. That's funny. Okay, I missed a screw hole on this, so I'm just going to drill it and hope for the best. Hopefully that's in the right spot. Nope, none in my coffee. Good. Check Warframe chat and Discord. Let's see. See that in Discord. Go. Oh. Okay.
Cruison Girl says, either I lurked or Wednesday or you didn't stream as I have a stream streak.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything on Wednesday. I didn't stream. Mrs. Thies and I have been... It's like a switch has been flipped for her. And she has not... Weird. Oh, the rubber bit is coming off. Anyway, like I was saying, it's like a switch has been flipped in her head. Not only is she now supportive, she's like overwhelmingly supportive. And we've just renewed so much that has been lacking for so long, and we just spent like hours and hours talking. It's been... She's really, really wanting to know everything that I'm going through, and she's now not just supporting, she's a part of it. She's become a part of my transition, which honestly, I didn't know was something I was missing. I didn't, and it's changed the dynamic, and I just decided I wanted to spend the time with her on Wednesday night. So that may happen a little bit more frequently because, you know, I'm sorry, she will always take a priority. Anyway, so you didn't miss anything on Wednesday. I decided not to stream. I wasn't feeling unwell. I was feeling really great. But that's what's up. That's what's going on. If you saw the pictures in the Discord, that was the result of some of it as well. Her actively participating now in my transition instead of being an observer, a supportive observer, but she's now actively... She's got something planned for this afternoon that I don't know what it is. She's been excited to bring me to this, so I have to end stream at 11 o'clock because we have to go downtown Vancouver, which is about a 45-minute drive. Well, about a 35-minute drive, but depending on traffic, it could be worse. But, so that's going on. So I don't want to miss it. I don't know what it is. She's really, really excited about it. She doesn't want me to miss this, or she really wants me to whatever it is. She's super excited about it, so that's got me all hyped up and amped up.
Merida says, Shrug, I'm not complaining, just give a bit of advanced notice for no stream so I'm not signing in and going hey. Where is our hostess?
I think I did post something. It wasn't too soon before the. It wasn't like really advanced notice, but I think I did post something. Okay, I am really disorganized here today. This is really bad.
She Merida says, about 3 hours.
I gave okay. Yeah, I don't know if I could give 3 hours notice, because that was a during dinner decision. I knew it was going to be a long night with her, and we were just going to be talking, and I didn't want to end the conversation with her, so I got to wait for this to warm up. In the meantime, where is it here? I've been working on. Okay. I'm going to grab something else now. I am set to just makers and crafting, so I can go back and forth between
Cruis and Girl
projects.
says, if you run the TDS I suggested through Edge you have more voices to pick from.
Through Edge? Yeah. I know, I don't like Edge. Although that's not a bad idea. If I do it from Edge, there's also, I could run it off my phone, and I'd hear it in one ear, or run it off the laptop and I'd hear it in that ear, and it wouldn't come through on stream. I'm going to do that for next stream. It'll take too much to actually set it up, because it looks like I have to set it up on each browser. So I'll do that for next stream. I'll have it on the laptop. I'll pipe it through on the other ear, and in the meantime, I'm going to take this out, because I don't need two different ones in. Covering myself in.
Cruis and Girl says, I have mine going through a browser on its own.
Yeah, I've got two browsers going right now. Although having it on Edge wouldn't be a bad idea. I could open up Edge and then silence. No, it's coming through on desktop audio too. Yeah.
Cruis and Girl says, because I don't use Chrome or Edge.
I'll work on it. I'll figure out. I think what's going to work for me is going to be on that monitor there, or on the laptop monitor. Give me a second. I need to grab some water for some paint and what I'm going to paint.
Cruis and Girl says, so I have just that audio from that browser going to OBS.
Okay, there we are here.
Cruis and Girl says, and my regular browser doesn't pump out to OBS.
Okay, but when I've popped into your stream, I have heard the TTS. So it is coming through coming through OBS at some point. So it is being broadcast through. Wow, I am so lost today. I really can't get myself organized.
Cruis and Girl says, my TDS is on my stream.
Oh, okay. Okay, I don't have. I can use this lid and just peel it off after it dries.
Cruis and Girl says, but I have it not playing on the speakers overnight.
Ah, okay. Oh, so you don't hear it. So it comes through on stream, but you don't hear it when you decide to turn it off. Okay. That makes sense. But I think I've got a solution. I think just pumping it out through the laptop would do the job.
Cruis and Girl says, but then I can watch videos on my main browser.
Yep. Okay, I need a bit of sandpaper right here just to rough this up a little bit. This got painted where I didn't want it. I didn't mask this.
Cruis and Girl says, and they don't pump into OBS. Merida says, oh, and when I said 3 hours, I had 3 hours, I think, on Wednesday from when I saw the announcement.
Ah, okay. All I remember is that Mrs. Thies and I had a great night, just chatting. We were up till after
Cruis and Girl
midnight, I think.
says, because I often watch streams while streaming like right now.
Yeah. I've got one going on. in the background as well.
FrostyTools.com says, Vulcan
Why am I
salute
hearing
greetings,
Frosty Tools?
Earthlings. Cruis and Girls stream is a cosmic blend of gaming and animal antics. Flying saucer when not 3D printing space gadgets, they're battling in Warframe or wrangling virtual bears. Oh my dog, but wait, there's more. Their pig, George, is the real star, rooting around like a true space explorer. Milky Way engage, warp speed to their channel for intergalactic fun. May the force be with you, and George. Power up LPogChamp, power up our twitch.tv/crewISNGirl.
That one in there. I forgot that one. Okay, that should be silence next time. Comes through.
Cruis and Girl says, I have Frosty, Siri, and my other bots muted in the TDS.
Yeah, I was just doing that now. I missed that bot. And I misspelled Siri when I did it last night.
Cruis
so
and
I
Girl
had to
says,
redo that.
that was entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, if you like pigs, George is he's interesting to watch. Just rooting around, doing his thing. It's always fun to see him. Ow! It didn't hurt. I was just preemptively saying ow, just in case.
Cruis and Girl says, lately because of the cold he's been boring.
Yeah. Well, it is cold. I've seen that it's been like phenomenally cold there.
Cruis and Girl says,
I don't
hiding
envy
in
you.
his hut.
I don't envy you, and I certainly don't envy George in this in the weather that you have there.
Cruis and Girl says, minus 35 with wind chill.
Oh yeah, I heard that on the news last night. That's awful. That is just awful.
Cruis and Girl says, and the wind chill affects him because he's outside.
Yeah, we're at a nice, comfortable 7 degrees, I think, this morning when I took the girls out. So that's been quite nice. We rarely go below 0 for very long. If we go below freezing, it's usually only a couple of days, and then it's back up to normal. There have been some times when
Cruis and
we've
Girl
gotten
says,
a
I have
much
to redo
worse-
some of his
worse
pen and I
cold.
think I'll give him a bigger hut.
Bigger hut would, would be good. Is there a possibility like wind channel? So it's sort of like a light channel for dark room. If you have them walk through like a bend kind of idea, it might cut down on the wind, and so the inside of the hut would stay warmer for him. Something like that. It would be easier for him. Hey King, I see you there. How you doing? Good to see you. So we've only got, like I was saying earlier, we've only got about 3 hours today. And I am excited and hyped and eager for this, whatever it is.
Cruis
I
and
have
Girl
no
says,
idea what it
he
is.
rips doors off and I put some blockage around the pen near his hut, but there's no blocking the south face.
He rips doors off. Oh my god. Doesn't like doors. Yeah, that sounds like other pigs I've seen. The character, they're too smart for their own good sometimes. My ex father-in-law had pigs, and there was one pig he just couldn't keep in a pen. Rooted his way through concrete barriers. How that happens, apparently their snout is like tough. Really, really tough. I had
Cruising
no
Girl
idea.
says, I've tried a cloth door, a neoprene strips door and a folding hanging door. She Merida says, and very 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 string teeth. She Merida says, are strong.
Strong teeth, yeah, definitely. But they dig with
Cruising
their
Girl
noses.
says, the only way to keep them in is with an electric fence.
Ooh, okay. If they want out, they're out. It's like that honey badger. There's a honey badger. I can't remember its name. It's a rescue, so it can't be safely out in the wild because he had been injured or something. I can't remember his backstory, but his carers have this fantastic pen for him, but he still manages to problem solve his way out of the pen.
Cruising Girl says, the wood pallets are just there for a visual deterrence.
Ah, okay. We have mice again in this house. Every winter. We've tried sealing it up. We've tried traps and
Cruising Girl says,
deterrents, and it's
you need
just
more
awful.
cats.
We don't have a cat. We have one Chihuahua who actually does pretty good. She's actually a real hunter, and she has actually caught a few. But you see one mouse, you're counting 100 for every mouse you see.
Cruising Girl says, how is the plan on moving closer to work?
The plan is actually on the back burner for a long time now. We are not in a position where that's going to happen now. The market out here is just too volatile. We're just trying to stabilize right now.
Cruising
and
Girl
just
says,
deal with what we've
I
got.
use traps and my cats.
I have considered a cat, but you know what? I'm okay with cats as long as they're other people's cats. I just don't like the idea of the litter. I really don't. Let somebody else deal with it. But if we have a cat, it's going to be me dealing with it. Because Mrs. Thighs isn't going to deal with that. It's going to be me. I didn't rough up the surface of this, so I'm painting on a gloss, so that's not good.
Cruising Girl says, a Chihuahua is a mouse/rat catcher.
Yep, they are. She is fantastic, and her ears are just like little radars. She can hear a mouse across the house, and she will go right to where it is. She has caught several, as I said, and she just leaves them where she kills them. She doesn't bring them to me like a cat would, but every once in a while we'll see a dead mauled mouse every once in a while on the floor. So we know
Cruising
she's
Girl
doing her
says,
job.
if we get another dog I want Chihuahua sized.
Chihuahuas are fantastic, and I had no idea. But okay, we've had Chihuahuas before, and the Chihuahuas that we had before, they were like just dumb as posts. Really, seriously dumb as posts. Missy is shockingly smart.
Cruising Girl says, I don't know if I want the tooth problems.
Missy hasn't had the tooth problems yet. Our last one ended up with very bad tooth problems and ended up having all her teeth pulled at one point. It was sad, but she did good. Anyway,
Cruising Girl says,
Missy is
Missy mixed?
Frightfully, no, she's pure Chihuahua. She's the little one. And then there's Lucy. Lucy is the mix. She's Doxy and Minpin. And then there was Dolly. Dolly was a purebred standard.
Cruising Girl says, ads.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I need hot glue.
Chi Merida says, ad attack.
Add attack. Yep. Okay, set that up there. Hot glue is there. Where did the lens go for this one? I just had it. There it is. This desk is a disaster. You see what I'm looking at? It spreads out. It gets much wider. All right, so I'm just going to squirt a little bit of hot glue in where it needs to go. This is actually just a cover.
Cruising Girl says, oh yeah, I have one of my bots verbally announcing ads, so if I'm actually on voice talking to people I know to check if they can hear what I'm talking about.
Okay. I can't see what I'm gluing. There. Okay, this whole shoulder piece I'm going to be remaking.
Cruising Girl says, I've tried getting some closed captioning working but no luck yet.
There are some good ones. Vulcanet actually uses a good closed captioning bot. It's a whole lot better than Twitch's. I've thought of it before, but I haven't done it. But her closed captioning bot seems to work very well. Understands what she's saying, is able to translate it and post exactly what she says. So there is that. I hope this is actually going to work. I need to test it with some screws. I'm missing the bottom piece though. Hey Green Feather, how you doing? Welcome in. Good to see ya. Okay, I'll use the small screws. Those ones there. Okay. And that goes through there. That needs to be loosened. Good to hear. So I'm... Some of the things we've been... Mrs. Thies and I have been talking about just plans for moving ahead. We are going through all of our insurance coverage. What is covered by the province, and what is covered by our insurance. And we are starting to look at surgeries now. So kind of scary and exciting at the same time. And just seeing now that she is...
Cruising Girl
really
says, nice.
Yeah. She was surprised I wanted FFS. But my brow ridge bothers me and my chin bothers me. They're both dysphoria inducing for me. So I need my chin just a little bit, like maybe at the most a centimeter. If even that, like half a centimeter, that's all it's gonna need. And then the brow ridge. This is just too heavy for me. I don't like that. And of course there's this here. That definitely needs to be taken care of. But that's just a little bit of... They take it from the back. Right back here, strip is used. Okay, so that goes on there. The weight of this is actually pretty good. I can slip this up here for now. So it goes on like that. Just like that. And then, of course, we've been talking bottom surgery too. So that's the scary one. That is the scary one. Looking into what all of my options are. So I need to talk to my family doctor, start getting referrals, and then it's back to my therapist again. Okay, these here. I need to, okay, that's drying nicely. So I need some EVA. Set that up there. Waiting on that piece to finish printing. That's the last piece for this. It's the bottom half of this. So I can actually attach everything and then do all the priming. What was I grabbing? EVA foam. I need a good chunk of EVA. I've got a fresh roll and a partial roll. And a really heavy roll. So this one here, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do this on stream for the big piece that I need to make. Alright, so this bit here I'm going to roughly do. Doesn't need to be really fancy, so this is simply stick it down, trace it with a pencil. Pencil. One of those. So near future, like year or two, we are looking at surgeries. We are looking at I'm waiting till after TennoCon for my name change, for registering my name change. That is simply because I have to fly, and the name change, the different portions, because I was born in a different province, it can take up to 6 to 8 months for everything that needs to be done to be done. So that would not be done safely, or enough time for me to fly safely. If I were to fly with all of my ID mixed, it would just cause problems. If I have to land for whatever reason, emergency reasons, in the States, again, that would be a problem. Current situations. Not having all my documentation matching. Okay, so there's that piece. Now I need to slim that down a bit to there. Just like that. This is for my granddaughter's cosplay. This piece. She just needs a little bit of padding under here so it doesn't hurt her or start to really irritate. It's a little bit off the back. I'll use the Olfa. At least I can get a sharper blade. Put that safely in the trash can. Much better. A little bit of trimming needs to be done, but that fits nicely there. Now I need to make the straps. You had a group of lower level MR 18, 17, 15 in a relic run last night. Realized pretty quickly in like 10 minutes that you were blasting everything and they weren't getting a lot of kills because you're Sebagoth. Yep. Yep. I like that. It's also good to you know, if you find that you're the one doing everything, check with them. See if they're okay with that.
She
Because
Merida says at
sometimes
Sammy
I
Killer
find
Be
it-
Groovy.
find a mission boring if one person is like just doing everything. But speed leveling, that sort of thing, it's pretty simple. Just keep running around gathering loot while the person who's killing everything just continues to kill.
Cruison Girl says, fortunately affinity is shared.
Yes, that's true. I have specific frames that I use for speed leveling new players, or assisting with that. I've got frames that I use specifically for helping new players through, especially with boss fights. My battle trinity I use for boss fights. I don't do much in it except draw fire. I can take it and redirect it back to the enemy units with my battle trinity. And I need the foam again. Where did it go? Tossed it on the floor behind me. I gotta pick up that helmet or I will roll over it.
She Merida says, cough cough ahem, me and Valkyr Prime, before and after the rework.
Before and after you. My Mirage is an
Mila
excellent
Minoki
speed
says,
leveler frames.
"Hi, Mom."
Frame. Hey,
Oh,
Mila,
slash.
how you doing? How you
Cruison
doing?
Girl says, my spam bolt levels people fast.
Yep. There are some good frames for that. Saren's another good one that you can help players with. Gara as well. A nuke Gara can be used.
Yes, it's coffee time.
Is it?
Coffee,
Okay.
coffee. Cappuccino. Java. Yes.
How you doing, Gizmo? All right. Where's my coffee? Fresh coffee. I need fresh coffee. Heat that up. I need to get another hot plate cup warmer. Because my cup warmers...
Gizmo
in the
Dad
office
Clo
at
Mom
work-
says, ran out of coffee so Earl Grey tea it is.
In the morning? I'm sorry. Tea's an afternoon thing for me. Coffee in the morning. And I'm liking a chai tea mostly now in the afternoon. Find it much more suitable for me. Soothing. It's a warm, cozy afternoon kind of thing. I really like that. Okay, Dremel. I need my Dremel, which is down here somewhere. Give me a sec. There it is. Okay. At some point in the relatively near future, I will be...
Cruison Girl says, last night I had a decaf espresso martini.
Espresso martini. Huh. I am intrigued. How is that? I am very intrigued. That sounds actually really...
Gizmo Dad Clo
really
Mom
nice.
says, yum.
She Merida says, not sure if I shared this. Another streamer, who has sadly left Warframe on the back burner for 3 years, who I was following had Cyber Mercy and I along one day. We asked permission to remove safeties, he said sure. 20 seconds later Yeezus. You guys were just being polite.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always fun. Before the Nova rework, I've never been able to duplicate the speed effect since that I had prior to the Nova rework. My speed of a frame was incredible, and I have, where is it? New bits for this. Hang on. Where did I put them? There they are. Okay. Anyway, I had a speed frame that was so stupid powerful that
Cruising Girl says, 2 ounces espresso, 2 ounces Hound's Black Vodka, 2 ounces coffee liquor, Tia Maria.
That sounds really, really good. Okay, so that one there, and then the wire brush maybe. That's the wrong size. Oh, come on. I need to go to the other room. I have to find my toolkit, which has the collets in it.
Cruising Girl says, chocolate covered coffee beans too.
I love those. Okay, I'm just going to be a minute. I will be right back. It is 8:48, so let's just quickly do 2 things here. So we're going to do this. We're going to give away 75 platinum, courtesy of Digital Extremes, and while that's going on, we're going to preempt the ad, and I'll be right back. Where's my mouse? There it is. All right, that was perfect timing. I already swapped out the collet, so it should be good. Should be able to make those trims now. And there is a giveaway active, ! Rigged for your chance to win 75 platinum, courtesy of Digital Extremes. Okay, I need to find my set of rasps. This is just not doing it. This is too fine. It's going to take forever. Okay. Something I can do. Cheat a little. Take the corners off. Because this needs to be rounded. I don't know where my rasp tools are. I have misplaced a lot of tools since I kind of redid this room. Not sure where I stuck them. There's still a lot of things in boxes. So that is an issue. I need to find everything. I need to take a couple of weeks, I think, clean out the room behind us here and move everything into there as we plan. How you doing, Sammy? I did not jump. I don't have the other ear in. That's probably why. I notice when I have both ears, sound in both ears, that's when I'm really jumpy. Okay, so let me just resolve that. Let's make magic jumpy. In it goes. Now the only thing I can hear is the music. and you guys. And I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Where is it? Minimize that. Okay. All right. There we go. I really need my rasps. These will be great for finishing plastic, but not for carving this. The rasps do the job. Let's try something different.
We need to get a special sound for the screen. Like, screen! Because I've done it like 4 times.
My mouse. I'm playing with the wrong mouse. There it is. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, let's see if this does anything different. Maybe. Okay, this is doable. Yep, that's what it is. How you doing, Sammy? Yep, we're on the right screen now. You can see what I'm doing.
Nothing! I like it, firm and fruity. Am I pleased to see you, or did I just put a canoe in my pocket?
It's a canoe. Just a canoe. There we go. That's not so bad. Okay. That goes on there. This gets strapped onto the back of her wrist.
She Merida says, why am I reminded of Warframe currently? Grinding.
Yeah. Okay, so that goes on the back of her hand like that. That there will help her to wear it without irritation.
She Merida says, noise.
All right, let's try. I wonder if my sander would actually do better than the Dremel. Let's give it a try. I'm much better with the sander.
Cruisen Girl says, so much to do today.
Oh yeah, see this board? This is what I have to do. That has to be done today. It's not happening. But all of this absolutely must be done by the end of the week. I also have to pick up my, pack up all of my props that I'm going to be taking. Because we are going to be driving, we're not going to be taking the SkyTrain at all. So I will be driving and parking downtown Vancouver, which is going to be expensive. That gives me the opportunity to take all of my props all the ones that I want to, and that will allow me to bring my choice props, the ones that I really want to bring, for inspection, and if they don't pass, I can just put them back down in the truck. I don't like the idea of taking the truck though. I wish my car had a greater range. Because parking or charging my EV downtown for a con and then having to move it when it's fully charged would just be problematic. Okay, this works a whole lot better. I don't know why I went with the Dremel. See how nice and smooth that is? That's just so much nicer. I'm going to redo the other one. And raffle is closed. Let's find out who our winner is.
Cruising Girl says, which Ev?
Oh, I got myself an EV. I've got a Nissan Leaf. It's a 2012, so it's got the smaller
Cruising
capacity
Girl says,
battery.
EV.
Yeah, the 2012 Leaf has a very small capacity battery. We did not do our full research.
Cruising Girl says, AHH the smallest Ev.
Yeah, so it's not great. It's not bad. I mean, I love the car. One with a larger battery. Wow. We're being raided. Well, I came in with that raid. How you doing, Emmernix? Good to see you.
The Emmernix
Welcome
says,
in, Raiders.
hey Mjik.
Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Magic Dice. I'm a Warframe creator. I'm also a cosplayer. That's what I'm working on today.
Cruising
Prop
Girl
maker, you can
says,
see some of my
it's
props
good
in
for
the
short
background.
runs. She Merida says, greetings Emmernix.
So you can see behind me here. Yeah, you can see behind me there some of my props. And we are working on cosplays, 2 different cosplays for next weekend. I am working on a little bit of adjustments and repairs to my Nova cosplay and working on one for my granddaughter. And we have a giveaway going on, or just closed, but you know what? I'm going to award this one and then open it up again right away. Give me a second here. So we will choose our winner, who is Green Feather. You have won. You're winning a lot lately, buddy. I have your information. We'll do that. And just for our raiders, let's give away another 75 platinum. Exclamation point rigged for your
She
chance to
Merida
win.
says,
75
green
platinum, courtesy of Digital Extremes. And I need to add Green Feather to the list so that they can get that again. Let's see. Scroll all the way down. There we go. Copy.
Cruising Girl says, the best EV are the Hyundai, Kia, and Chevy Bolt.
The Emmernix says, I'm going to get some sleep.
All
I'll
right,
catch you a
Emmernix.
little bit later.
Absolutely.
I'll be lurking.
We'll see you later. Get some rest. If you've been up for a long time, it's definitely needed. I do appreciate the raid. Thank you for bringing your people in, and we'll see you next time. Definitely take care of yourself, though. Definitely need some rest.
Cruising Girl says, night at Emmernix.
Okay, let's see. So we got another giveaway going right now. Exclamation point rigged for your chance to win 75 platinum, courtesy of Digital Extremes. And I have, as I was saying, I've got a convention coming up next weekend. So we are working on my Nova cosplay and my granddaughter's cosplay as well. This is a piece here for my granddaughter, and it is not from Warframe. That's why I don't have the Warframe thing on right now. It's set to makers and crafting today, because I'm going back and forth between Warframe and My Hero Academia and Warframe and back and forth, waiting for things to dry. The printer is done, I think. No, it's still going. It's hard to tell. Printer's still going. So as soon as that finishes, I'm going to let it cool a little bit and then pull the part off and put the rest of my Nova together. And start the print again for the other side. And the ding that you hear is Mrs. Thighs just sending me messages. She sends messages throughout the entire day, actually. Not that I'm complaining. I like it. Some of them are hilarious. Anyway, this is just a little bit of EVA padding that I'm using for my granddaughter's wrist piece, because what I made is made out of EVA, or sorry, out of, it's 3D printed, so it's hard. So I want to protect her wrist a little bit. So a little bit of carving, a little bit of cutting, sanding, that sort of thing. All easy stuff. And then the strap I need to make as well. Oh yeah, camera, hang on. Where is it here? There we are. Sorry about that. Wrong camera. Desktop. There we go. So this piece here is what I'm working on. This goes on the underside of this, right in there, just a little bit of padding, and that's the wrist piece for her. I've never seen My Hero Academia, so I don't really understand the show, but I know enough about this character is sound-based, and these are actually speakers that the character uses. I also have to do her boots this week, which is going to be interesting. Wish I had the space on the desk here to do it for you, but right now I don't. We have, let's see, 5 minutes left on the timer. Exclamation point rigged for your chance to win 75 platinum, courtesy of Digital Extremes. I know there have been a few follows there too. I missed them. I want to thank you for the follows. I see Rax in there too. How you doing? Oh, no, not Rax. Finmosh, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I did see yours. Anyway, talking about EVs, we will be upgrading the one that I have. I mean, right, for now it does the job. It's just to get me to and from work. There's a charger on either end that I can use, so that's not an inconvenience. But we are looking at other vehicles as well. The Chevy Bolt or Volt are options. There is another Nissan, a larger Nissan that we're looking at. I can't remember what it's called. So those are the options that we're looking at. The Ford Focus as well. The Focus EV is also a viable option for us. But I like this little car. It's really nice. It's fun to drive too. I've never driven an EV before, other than my forklift at work. But that's a whole different animal. Driving the EV has been really fun. It's a whole different experience.
Cruisin' Girl says, I haven't heard anything about the newer Nissan.
Yeah, we just came across it. I saw one out in the wild, and I mentioned it to Mrs. Size, so she's added it to the list to look for. So that is also an option. We're looking at all the mid-range, so 300 300 to 400 kilometer range is what we're looking at.
Cruisin' Girl says, the problem with the Focus EV is that it is Ford stopped making cars.
Yeah, that's the problem, and so parts will be an issue. But Chevys are well established. So right now the leader in what we're looking at is the Bolt, which is the largest of the three Chevy ones that we're looking at. Well, actually, largest of the three Chevys that we've looked at. We are not getting the Spark. It is too small. And it does not have a version with a larger capacity than what I currently have. I think that one's... Nope, that one is... Ooh, that's not good. That's melted. That's not good.
Cruisin' Girl says, if I was buying an EV it would be Chevy Bolt, Hyundai, or Kia.
Yeah, the Kias are good too. Hyundai, I would definitely consider those. I haven't seen them in the wild yet. But again, like I said, I like the EVs. They're easy to drive. It doesn't take long to get used to the difference in the way that they function. And I really like it.
Cruisin' Girl says, the Hyundai and Kia are effectively the same car.
Yeah, it's like it's a cross-built. Cross-built cars are done in conjunction with two different companies, or the same company under different names, like Ford and Mazda. They've got multiple cars that are all cross-built, and so they are essentially the same car with only body styling differences. The chassis and the powertrain are all identical between them. Details on the inside of the car are different, but that's it. It's just
Cruisin' Girl says,
cosmetic
I have a PHEV and it does electric only for 65 kilometers summer, 55 kilometers winter.
Yeah, that's really small. Mine has summertime. It's rated for 110 kilometers. As long as it's warm, I'm not using everything, all the accessories. It's supposed to have a 110 kilometer range, which is actually not too bad. It's actually really good. Right now, I'm getting about 60 kilometer range in the winter. So there's
Cruisin' Girl says, yeah, but I get another 650 kilometers on gas.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't get that at all. I get no kilometers on gas because this is just strictly a plug-in EV, all EV. So there is a slight inconvenience. I have to charge it on either side of my commute to work, to and from work. I have... it's a 40 kilometer commute. So I am getting only 60 kilometer range, which ends up being...
Cruisin' Girl says, though when I bought my car there were no EV available.
Ah, okay. So that's going back a ways. But plug-in hybrids are good. I do like that concept as well. That's actually not a bad way to go as a plug-in hybrid. This is just not warm enough. The commute itself takes me about 35 to 40 minutes. It's all highway. And it's almost all highway.
Cruisin' Girl says,
speeds.
I would have got a Bolt if there were any available.
Yeah, I like the Bolt. The Bolt is a really nice car, but the charging at both ends, it only takes about 2.5 hours at the most. The longest I've had to have it on the charger for was 2.5 hours. So I get to work and I put it on the charger across the street. And then on my first break, I go grab the car and put it in my parking spot at work.
Cruisin' Girl says, and Tesla lies about their range.
Yes, they do. They really do. They lie by actually changing their odometer too. They got caught doing that. Their odometer does not match your actual GPS recorded distance. That people caught that, and commercial vehicles, they for fleet vehicles they had adjusted it so that it was accurate, because a company would catch that fast.
Cruisin' Girl says, and they make you pay extra for features like bigger battery.
Yeah. They also make you pay for heated seating or heated seats by subscription.
Cruisin' Girl says, even though you have the bigger battery.
Yeah. Yep. It's subscription. It's I don't like the model. And that's I don't like that kind of business deal or business model. If it's installed in the car and I bought the car, I should have immediate access to everything in it. I do not want to be paying extra
Cruisin' Girl says,
for a subscription.
I thought
or
that was
anything
just
like that.
BMW that did the seats and they walked back on.
No, Tesla didn't walk back on it. BMW did. It was the rear seats in BMW. The rear heated seats is what they decided to do. But if the equipment's installed, I'm a firm believer, if it's installed in the vehicle, it's yours. You have full right to it, regardless. So I won't buy a Tesla. even a
Cruisin'
used
Girl
Tesla.
says, yet another reason besides the car is made by a Nazi.
Yeah. Yep. Do not
She Merida
like
says,
that man.
truth.
Do not like that man at all. Company owned by Musk. Lying? Oh, shocking. I can't even type it with a straight face.
Cruisin' Girl says, don't drink the paint water.
Yeah. I have, okay, in the past, I have been working, when I was working in the lab, assembling orthotics, I've had my coffee on one side and I'm working with the glue pot here and brushing the glue on. Coffee's off to the side, safely away, but I still took the brush and dipped it into my coffee. Coffee ruined, that's it.
Cruisin' Girl says, Cyber Mercy in North America overpriced.
Why would I want a car with grok built into it? That is just insane. I do not like AIs at all. The AI model, nope, don't like it. Although I do see some use. Okay, full disclosure here. Mrs. Thighs has extreme ADHD.
Cruisin' Girl says, any
And-
German cars are overpriced in Canada.
Yes, they are. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, Mrs. Thighs has extreme ADHD, and she actually uses ChatGPT as a tool to help her with that. It's actually been very helpful for her. But it's limited use. She's not doing anything other than using it as a chat bot just to help keep her organized.
Cruisin' Girl says, you can get the same quality half the price for a Toyota or Honda.
Yep. I would go with Japanese cars very easily. I like the builds. Although my current the Nissan that I've got, it is the first non-Ford vehicle that I have ever owned. Hands down. That it's a great little car. And I'm 56 years old and I've never owned a car that wasn't a Ford before. Oh, God forbid. But I like it. Really like it.
Cruisin' Girl says, I have had all the brands.
My first wife had a Pontiac, and that car was just awful.
Cruisin' Girl says, some of the Fords were Mazdas for a few years.
Some of them still are. The Edge and the CX-5 are the exact same vehicle. There is no difference between the chassis and powertrain. The only difference is styling differences, so body shape is slightly different between the two. The Escape and CX-3 are the exact same car. The Mazda 3 and the Focus are the same car. There's so many crossovers. It's because Ford and Ford has controlling interest in Mazda. So the two companies share plants for production. Don't come with gull-wing doors.
Cruisin' Girl says, Ford sold Mazda off about 10 years ago.
Did they? They're still making the cars together. You know, I'm not up to date on all this. But I see the vehicles, and they are actually the same vehicle between them. There's no difference. And that printer's still going. I got to check the printer, see exactly where it's at. Give me a second. It's at 75%. 75% done. What's the time? It is...
Cruisin' Girl
20
says,
after 9.
the current stuff is no longer interchangeable parts, especially since Ford doesn't make cars.
Yeah, they gave up on all that, unfortunately. They've decided to go with just trucks. Stupid, stupid decision. Yeah, we're going to double down on the worst vehicles on the road. I appreciate trucks. They have their place. We have a large Yukon Denali. And we like the vehicle, but it's strictly for our tow vehicle and an alternate.
Cruisin' Girl says, no, Toyota has a deal with BMW and Subaru.
Unplug this. Do not need the hot glue gun anymore. I do need the heat gun.
Cruisin' Girl says, Mazda is Mazda and Honda is Honda.
Okay, what? Why is that even on? Okay, so I need to do a little bit of work on this. Take these pieces off. Not heated enough. Need the heavier one, I think. When you were looking for a new car a couple years ago now, ended up getting a Toyota Corolla, discovered the Suzuki. Yep, cross-built are it's not a bad model. It shares resources, and it lowers the cost of the vehicles. The only difference is branding. Really, and styling. There, that came off really easy. Save that over there. Take off the other one. Same way. Yet. Perfect. Stuck my fingers here. Okay. Good morning, Nerese. How are ya? Good to see ya. You know what? We have a giveaway to give away. Timer's up on that. Let's award that giveaway. And Thomas, you've won our second 75 Platinum giveaway. I have your information, of course. I better have your information.
She Merida says, Tom 1 EET. Thomas _Neon says, coinfo lizard coinfo lizard coinfo lizard coinfo lizard. Cruising Girl says, okay, time to throw food at George.
All right, give them pets for me. Give George some pets for me. Where's Thomas here? Copy paste. There we go. Control copy.
Cruising Girl says, oh yeah, you can disable spelling out the emoji.
Yes. I think I will. Thomas is in there. Is it here? There. That's disabled now. Oh, really, Thomas? Really? Are you kidding me? Okay, well, Thomas has decided.
Thomas
he's gonna be
underscore
a
neon
big
says,
Vogan.
did I break it?
No, you didn't break it. I just can't remember how much time. Anyway, we are going to take a break, and because Thomas is Thomas is being a Vogan, not only a Vogan, he's a prosthetic Vogan. It's going to be a 3-minute break. I'm going to take a few minutes, and I'm going to actually stretch my legs a little bit, and I'll be right back. Stay tuned. And you have Thomas to thank for.
Oh, damn.
Thomas underscore neon says, hey. There is no description on it.
Gizmodad Clomom says, "Ya see I not paying attention today."
She Maria says, gotta run y'all, see you soonish.
And again, that's the wrong screen. There we go. Welcome back. And Shem, you have a good day. We'll catch you later. Thanks for being here. And I am... Okay, there we go. All right, so the work I need to do now is open this up completely. Hold that out so I can actually work. Set that aside, and now we're just going to start cutting lines. All the way in here because I have to expand the chest. It's uncomfortable the way it is. Only go part way through. Okay. Tricky to do. Again, I do not want to slice myself again. My goodness, last week I was cutting a loaf of bread and sliced into my finger there with the bread knife. It was a brand new bread knife and it was sharp. And it's got the deep serrations too, so it took a chunk. It was not fun.
Thomas_Neon says, do not put the line of force in the direction of anything you want to keep.
Okay. As she pointedly draws it towards herself. I would rather do it with proper surgery, but okay. That logic does fall apart very, very rapidly. Very much so. Remember, Thomas, you're talking to a trans woman.
Thomas_Neon says, could turn it slightly to the side so the line of force does not intersect with your body.
Yeah, I could. I do know this. I've been handling very sharp objects for most of my career. When you're dealing with leathers and rubbers and things like that all day long.
Thomas_Neon says, cutting yourself is not specific to any gender.
Just where the line of force was going. That's all I was referring to. Because as I was drawing the knife towards me, I just looked at its path.
Thomas_Neon says, some just do it more spectacularly.
Yes, true. There. That was easy. Now we just turn it 90 degrees and do it the other direction. Well, this is my Nova cosplay that I am working on. I must increase my bust. I made this.
Thomas_Neon says, that point where you realize where the line of force is going, that's your brain saying you're about to hurt yourself.
Coffee, 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 coffee. Cappuccino. Java.
That is
yes.
true. Cutting through this material here is not easy. The fabric really resists being cut. Especially the sections where I've got all this extra hot glue on it. Okay, coffee time. Here we go. Bust a nut? No, it'd be slice a nut. It would not be the right way of doing that. There is a right and a wrong way. I need to talk to my doctor about getting the right way going. And that's going to take some time. I am actually looking forward to that prospect. It is time. So here's a bit of news with the photos that we took yesterday. I said this earlier. I don't know if everybody was here, has heard it. But Mrs. Thighs and I are looking at the possibility of doing a YouTube channel to document my transition. And because there are other YouTube channels of other couples going through transition, but none in our age category. None of them in their 50s and 60s. And I say 50s and 60s because Mrs. Thighs is 60. Yes, she robbed the cradle and got me. Genova, how are ya? No, it's Monday. You're good. You are really good. Okay, so I'm going to use this one because it's quieter. All right. My other heat gun is much louder. 7-stream watch streak. Very nice. Now this unfortunately has to be stretched over my knee, so when I actually do that, you're not going to be able to see. I'm sorry for that. We're almost there. And the more important side is this side. Okay, that should be good. We can give it a try. Yep, that's got it. That's enough temperature. Enough heat. And hot glue, not good. Hot glue on jeans, no. It's kind of like forging steel. It honestly is. It's very close to it. Rolling steel to shape it is a very old forging technique, and this is exactly the same thing that I'm doing. I'm just using my knee as the roller, and I'm just drawing it across my knee to stretch out the gaps that I created, or the cut lines. And that has increased it hopefully enough that when I put the straps back on, it will be comfortable. Okay, that I think is good. Let's give it a try. Glasses off. That there. Needs a bit more shaping. But that's easy to do because I can do it while it's on. No, I'm not going to do it while it's on. It's just silly. Okay. Bring it up here, and we're just going to use the larger heat gun with a spreader on it and warm the whole area. So set that one aside. The larger heat gun is behind me here. Okay, I thought I had it open. There it is. Okay. And the spreader's not here. Great. Well, the larger heat gun will cover more anyway. Okie doke, here we are. Plug it in. This one's just a little bit awkward to use than the more awkward to use. This is like a utility toolbox kind of thing. The other one's for crafts. But both of them have their place, and this one has a better heating element. And it's more variable too. Okay, let's see how that works. Okay. That goes there. And that. Earbud is falling out. I see, Nerys, your text, but I can't read it at the moment because I can't see. Okay, there. Underneath is the most important part. Right there. Okay, glasses on so I can read. Love your heat gun for foam smithing. Yeah, melting it or burning it. That is always a risk. Different settings really help. Having a heat gun for that. Okay, and then that is up. That's good. Okay, I think that's got it. All right. Okay, glasses off so I don't lose them. Collar. And that can sit and cool now. Set that to the side. Some lights need to be put back on. And I need to put light assemblies on the back, and we're going to do one of those now. One of my shards, Archon shards, is ready. Is the box. I can't put it in the box yet. It's still hot. That would be dumb. All right, Archon shards. I got this one done. Magnets in place. So So it's holding it in place. And it's not easy to pull out. This gets attached to the back. This one actually goes in place of this. And there's a light strip that goes in there. The wiring goes underneath. Coffee. As a podorthist, I made orthotics, modified footwear, and the main component of all of that was EVA. And EVA can be vacuum formed to a degree. It's a semi-friable, semi-heat friable foam. So you can actually forge it, you can actually vacuum form it, and when it's supported and laminated together, that vacuum forming actually holds its shape very well. So I need this one, I need the other one that I printed, which is sitting somewhere on this desk. Where is my hairbrush? Is it over? It's over here. It's not on that desk, it's on this desk. Okay, so I need to make sure that the magnets that I put in here are in opposite directions so that this does not actually go in the same way. I already pulled that out. Okay, so this magnet, I need to actually have it repel. So that means that is the opposite direction. So we'll put these on here. Yeah. Okay, so that there. And so that then marker. Okay. This one then goes from there to there. Okay. And the difference is subtle. Okay, this isn't going to matter. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to put one in. I need to mark the others too, so where'd the other magnets go? Right here. Okay, and we mark these ones as well. That one's done. That there and that there. Okay, so this one is going to be out on both sides, so that's good there. So that there. We're going to take the outside one. Crazy glue. Right there. Just a drop in there. That's all that's needed. And we take one of these and it faces out. And we stick that in place. Use aluminum. And on the other side, we do it in the opposite direction. So this goes inwards. Okay. Turn that around. It goes like that. Put that in the wrong spot. There. Now we can do that. And I just crazy glued them together. Damn it! Okay. this goes that way. Okay, that's in now. I can take this, and that goes on that side for now. And this one goes that way. So I've got them going polarized that direction. Now I take this. This is the top. That edge there is the top. That goes like that. And what I do is I take a little bit of glue there. Just like that. And then I take a magnet here. Get it in the right direction first. Pop that there. And we'll do that way. That now holds it in place. I'm doing really good, Melee. How are you? Can we get a shout out for Melee Prowess, please? Another Warframe streamer. So that there goes. I'll leave a couple there. Okay, that goes there. That should not take long. And then if I turn it around, it should repel. It didn't repel. Oh, this one should repel. Okay, did I do this right? I don't know if I did it right. We'll find out if I did it right or not. Where'd it go? There. Okay. Then we put a little bit of glue on this side here. Okay, and pop this down now there, and then that goes there. Pulling that magnet out, that should balance them both. They are pulling a bit too far. There. Pull that down to there. Just relaxing today. Very nice. That looks too high. That has not gone into the right spot. Should be fine though. Okay, so that will hold like that. It's sinking in a little bit far, but that's just gonna pull it tighter across into the body. So that there like that. Okay, and then this side should repel. It does. It doesn't go on properly. It's not strong enough to really matter, so I'm just going to have to not worry about it and just put the pieces in. So this is blue. Okay. And we'll just do this. Okay. Is that top? That's top. Yep. Okay. Okay. So that means I now can take these pieces off. See, these lights here go like that. They just turn on. Oh, you can't even see it. They turn on like that, and then these pieces would sit on top of this, like that. And it glows from the inside. The light now, this here, will replace that with the light assembly and a switch. So these I can actually just yank off. Don't need them anymore. And this piece here now gets replaced. Those, they can go there. Okay, this is going to be tricky, peeling this piece off because they are cemented together. So I'm going to have to slice that off. So very, very carefully. Very, very carefully. And we need to add something here. There we go. That worked. Melee gets a shout out. Sorry for the delay there. I need to put some on like a hotkey that I can just press and it takes care of it for me right away. Make an auto announcement too would be good. This is actually a skill that I developed, modifying shoes. People have, a lot of people that I saw would have a leg length discrepancy that needed to be addressed so that they could walk comfortably without pain, because the leg length discrepancy, if it's great enough, can actually cause a lot of pain in the hips and other joints. So what has to be done is you actually split the sole of the shoe, and that has to be very, very carefully done. Oops. Anyway, it has to be very carefully done in order to do it properly. And that's done just with a knife. Now, the knife that I used was actually about yay long. It was long. We actually got a very good bread knife, took off all the serrations and made it razor sharp. That had to be honed every time we used it. And we went through one of those blades every couple of years. So we always looked for the same kind of blade, always got the same thing. And it was very effective, but you have to have a very patient hand to put it down or put it all together. This one now goes on. Should I use hot glue or should I use the crazy glue? Hot glue is removable without damage, so that's what I do. Grab the hot glue gun again. Where is it? There it is. Wow, Colleen, you're losing everything. Okay. Turn that back on and we'll just do the other one as well. So this is blue. And the other one is yellow. While that's heating up, we'll take off the yellow plug. This I'm going to have to wire up this week. Again, very carefully take this off. I can't see. This one's tricky. This one's going to be very tricky because of where it is. Yep. Not easy to hold this one. Okay, and over here. And underneath it, back in the slot. There we go. Teaching this to other Podorthus or learning technicians was always a challenge. Sometimes there were mistakes that ended up resulting in having to replace a shoe. I had one trainee one time that sliced it so badly it actually went into the upper of the shoe. The key is slow. Slow and patient, and watch the cut. And you have to watch the whole blade where it goes through. Otherwise, you do run the risk of damaging a shoe, or in this case, the Cosplay. This one's especially tricky because it's such a small piece that I'm cutting off. And done. That's off. Perfect. Close that up. And now we put the yellow one on there as well. See if this is hot enough yet. It's getting there. Should be close. So anyway, we can now do this. We can take the blue, hot glue it, top. We're just going to do a couple little strips, a couple little dots, a little bit more there. That should do it. And then that goes right there. Hold it from behind. There we go. Nice. That's good. Okay, next one. We do the same thing with the yellow base. Pull it out. Oh, figures. I wish there was such a thing as a continuous feed for these things. That would be fantastic.
Cruison Girl says, they're effectively a 3D printer.
Yeah, they would be. You got to get a spool of the glue sticks. I have thought often of actually just taking these things and sticking them together end to end. Like a spool gun for, well, yeah, exactly. There we go. And that pops on like that. This one pops on like that. I still need to drill a hole through so that a pin can actually go through them. So I did forget to do that. So I need to drill the hole to a retaining pin. But that shouldn't be difficult. But that, they can pop off if they need to. They are the same size. Yes, they are. Wow, I did get that right. Okay, so that's done. That piece there is done. Now I just need to wire them, and then that will work. The wiring can eventually go into the other lights that I've got throughout the costume. It's going to take a while for me to get all that relit, but I intend on using this cosplay for many times. It will forever be a work in progress. I have that feeling. So those two are done. Now, let's see. Straps for this piece. I can turn this off. Set that up there. These pieces here need their straps done. So the cushion's on. Where did I put the strap? That's one. I have another strap somewhere. I had it up here. It's now gone. I'd already trimmed it down. This one here is actually the choker, which I need to actually make the piece for to go together. This strap, however, that I'm looking for should be on here, but it's not. Here it is. It's over here. I found it. So that there, where is the mark? There. That will go inside that. Not easy. So we squish it down. And that goes like that. I need to trim that down a little bit. It goes there, that. Goes in there. Okay. This needs to be redone, retouched. So this one here, we're going to put it back this way. Clean that out a little bit. I think there's something in there. Okay. That goes in okay. Okay, good. So squeeze this down again. And this one we're going to crazy glue in place. This way. A little bit in there. Squish that in there. Let it expand and dry. There will be Velcro to hold this one on. I'm not going to be using magnets or anything. The choker will be done with magnets that will just slide right off each other. So, again, cosplay safety, dealing with an underage kid. If anything happens, I want that choker to come off her like that. So that is going to be done with two magnets, or a pair of magnets. One on the outside, one on the inside, or two pairs on the side, so that these will actually sit inside, recessed. So I need to actually make the cuts. That. that. And needs a piece of fabric along the underside as well. That's just a simple way of cutting around that, just poking holes. Now getting all the way through, that's the now tricky part. And this blade is not sharp enough. I'm going to see if I can find my scalpel. Oh, it might be in the other bag here. This bag. There it is. I have a scalpel. That's what this is for, and I can't see what I'm doing. This is a number 11 scalpel blade, which I've actually just added to a X-Acto blade handle. Use these for very fine cuts. There's a faster way to do the destroy container weekly in 99, or I had a group. The destroy container, I use Zaku. You can also use a Limbo. Area effect explosive is the what you're looking for. Nova can also do it with Null Star, but you need people to be there for it.
Cruison Girl says, I have my Limbo build.
Yep, Limbo works very well.
Cruison Girl says, Max Limbo.
Max range, short duration. Works very well for that. And I need a piece of fabric, so let's find a piece of fabric here. Where is my fabric box? Under here, I think. Buried with all these other boxes. Let's see what I got here. I have a piece of white fabric. I have a heavy black fabric. I've got a light stretch fabric. Okay, I'm going to use the white. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Set that down. What I should be doing is grabbing the other one here, and I need a second magnet in there. Just around like that. Okay. You use Ember? Ember would work too. Anything that you can maximize the range. It just really, really works. You want some a caster frame with maximum range and as very low duration, so it doesn't interfere with anybody else.
Cruison Girl says, Gyra isn't bad for stuff within pickup range.
Jari would be good too. Where's my marker? Marker's gone where? This look of confusion on my face is wondering where the heck right there. Okay, those go up. Hot glue gun back on, that needs to warm. Now the question is, do I want to wrap this one or do I want to... A wrap would be good. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to wrap it like that. Okay. Scissors. Like that. This will go on the bottom. So this goes up here. This is the top surface. This here is what's against her skin, so that is that side. Okay. Close. We'll get there. Those look on camera. Those are really bright on camera. Okay, I need to put my hair up. It's starting to bug me. It's getting into my ear. Well, around my ears. Not into my ears, but it's starting to bug me, so it's time to put it up. Just a loose ponytail is fine. Just to pull my hair back. There. Okay, are we out yet? There we go. We have enough heat. There we go. And then we set this like that. And that down like that. And then put these little dots right in there. Push them down with something aluminum. Okay, so this one here will go there, and then this one goes over top like that. Okay, good. Should have only done the one side. There we go. A little bit more in here. That should do it. There. This just takes care of any fraying. Like that, down like that. There. There. That will actually be good against her skin. This is actually going to be just, this will actually be on her, the back of her neck. So it goes around like that. Man, I hope it's long enough. Then this one, the magnets actually just get glued directly on in the correct position. So I need her present in order to do the next part. But it'll go like that, and wherever those magnets happen to be, that's where I cut it off. So that'll hold it there, and then if anything occurs, they pull off easy. Not that I expect anything to happen, but it's safety. She's a kid. What am I looking for? I was going to do something else. Yes, I'm looking for my spool of lights. This one right here. So power pack that I'm going to be using is one of these. I've got two of these actually, so I'm going to have a spare. I'm also going to be able to carry spare batteries. These are just AA batteries in there for this pack. This will power my lights. These are the lights. They plug in like so, and they are really bright. Can turn it off and on at will. But I need to pull these out all the way. And I need to clip off the ones that I need. Don't use these scissors for that. That would be stupid. Okay, so these here, long scissors again, right tool for the job. So that's that, and then this one here. I'm not going to actually glue these on right now, but I just wanted to have them available. I'm going to use the tacky bit on the sticky tape on it just to put them on the pieces right now. Okay. Oh, come on. Just go in there. Back in there. Right there. Stay there. Oh, I think the printer stopped. It has. Perfect. My printer has stopped. I'm going to go grab that piece. As soon as I wrap this up so I don't lose it. I wonder what the black light is like in those. Hang on a second. I want to try something. Let's put a little bit of black lighting inside one of the shards. See what happens. So I've got blacklight LEDs. No. Doesn't do anything. Not really. That's the black light in there. It just doesn't, that doesn't work. Much prefer the other. These I got for the grimoire. So the grimoire is going to be blacklit. So I'm going to grab that piece off the printer. I'll be right back. There we go. One all ready to go. Break it off. Yes, I'm sloppy with these. I'm fine with it. I'm going to set that there for now. Okay. That there. Just peel this. Off you come. X-Acto knife. I put in here. Fish can. Well, I hear Mrs. Thighs walking around upstairs, so she and the girls are up. Up and about, she's come down for breakfast. And time for me to go up for lunch. I think she's coming downstairs. I hear one of the dogs. Is that Lucy? Hi. Nice. What have you been doing? That's gonna curl. Okay. That's gonna really curl up.
I figure if I'm going places where people are beautiful, I can take my finest asset.
Okay.
And now them.
I love your hair when it curls like that. Lucy! Lucy, hey! I know. Let's come say hi. Come say hi. Okay, just changing the camera here. Change the camera view. I know. Here we go. Oh, that's the wrong view. Here we are. This is Lucy. This is my oldest girl. She's completely deaf now. Yeah. I know. It's hard to hear, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'll set you down. You can go back to mommy. That's my girl. That's my baby. She's still wandering around down here. She's sweet. She's 14 or 15 years old now. She's no old girl. She's gone deaf. She's almost totally deaf. I think she can still hear some sounds, but lower pitched sounds she can't hear at all. I know she can feel me when I talk into her ear like I just did, so she can feel that. Lucy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you want to say hi again? No? Yes, I love you. I do. I love you. Oh, neck scratches. There we go. Neck scratches. Yeah. She loves having her neck scratched, and she just pulls and tries to get the right spot, and I just can't reach her now that she's pulled down like that. Okay, so this piece here goes on this one. Put this back fully together. Put the lights back where they can be found, up here with the others. There. Okay. This piece, undo these. Screwdriver gone where? We've had Lucy since she was a puppy. Itty bitty little puppy. And she was so adorable. She's always been my pretty. 14 or 15 years old now. I have to do the math. I'm pretty sure she's actually 15. But that's what a Doxy Min Pin looks like. Okay, that goes there. This here needs to be opened up a touch. Just a touch. Come on. Actually open. There we go. That's better. Screw goes through that. These get crazy glued together, but I do that in 2 stages. I do it like this. So this goes on here. These can go here. And that. Again, I use the screws so that it's repairable. This now, we take the crazy glue. Almost 16. Aww. It is wonderful. We're in an ad break. Oh, starting an ad break soon. Thanks, Sari. Crazy glue in around all these. Go. And that just gets squeezed together. And then we can trim that later. So we're in an ad. I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to take a very brief break and I'll be right back.
Hey, I just want you to know I like your voice. But we can't hear you. You're muted.
Thanks, Genova. I'm bad for that. That's why I have that. That's why I have that sound. Okay, now we can pull this one out and thread in the 1. Okay, that goes in there like that now. And in you go. And this one, same thing, screw it in. That holds it in place. This just needs to be painted, which will be a quick process. It's all just one spray. There we go. That goes on there like that, and then this goes on here. Like that. Just on the back like that. That's all it is. Looks great. That actually looks really good. Now the angle can also be adjusted too, the way that I've built it. Just by adjusting these screws, backing them in or out. So these need to be backed out a bit. Shouldn't have put them in quite so far. That. You can also use a heat gun and just bend this piece in here a little bit. Or that one there. And that will actually bend it towards where you need it. That's how it sits. Perfect. That can now go on the back. Just like that. Okay, that's that one done. The other pieces need to be printed, and let's see, that's still on. Didn't need that on. This one here, I need to make more straps. Where is my 1/8 inch stuff? I have more 1/8 inch stuff. I just don't know where it is. I have a mess on my desk and it is hindering me, which means I need to clean it up. Okay, that's done. So we can cross off a few things on the board here. So speakers, painting is done, padding is done, straps are not, boot tops haven't even begun, breastplate adjustment is done, finish shard anchors, and the secure pins. Let's do that. So drill bits in here. Wrong one. There they are. The larger one. That goes into the drill. This can be turned off as it's not needed anymore. It can cool down. All right, this we will take off. Love Velcro. And this. we are going to drill a hole through the top right here. If we can get it all the way through that way. Should be able to. Okay, I'm going to have to do it this way. Through here first. Okay, that's loud. Sorry about that. And that, once that's done, I can then just do this. Same thing. Same angle. And then keep it going through all the supports internally. This is going to be tricky. I have to do this on just the right angle, and I'm sorry you cannot see this. Okay. That is because I didn't design it into the design. I thought of it afterwards. The other ones I will actually do that. Now this can either be done with filament or with wire. I prefer wire. Piece long enough to go through. Where did I put this piece here? Pliers are under here. There they are. Magnets up on the board. Okay, that's one pin. Goes through on an angle. All the way through. That sits like that. And then this just needs to be clipped off at a decent distance there. So I'll mark that right there. Pull that back. There we go. That's one security pin. That's just going to hold things more securely in place so that they don't fall off during the con. Just like that. Do the same with the other. Oh, I did miss a piece there. Okay, interesting. Missed some black lines. Oh well. So this one now, same drill. Right there. On there now, and this should be easier to do with this one because it's a little bit more flexible here. I'll go right through to that point there. I'm on a good angle. And then through that on the same angle. Perfect. I know, loud. Sorry about that. That is perfect. That went through exactly where it needed to go. All right. Now we need a piece of wire. and one more retaining pin. Bonk. Straighten it out. Not exactly easy. Okay. That's better. There we go. Okay, next piece. Bend that right there. This goes through, same angle, same side to the other side. Mark off a good distance so it drops off there. Oops. And that goes in there. Perfect. Now those can, once at the con, you just need to just bend it down. And that solves anything of ever slipping off, falling out, or anything. Modifications can be done, repairs done, just like that, and it's secure, not coming off. That's perfect. That is absolutely beautiful. I love it. Okay, and I gotta watch the time. It is 10 to 11 now. All right, that's garbage. That there. Move that aside. Okay, what am I doing now? Okay, that there, I cannot find the right thickness. I need the right thickness. If I don't have the right thickness, I'm going to need to make a strap with something else, which doesn't actually seem like a great plan at the moment. Oh, I also need to get Velcro. Velcro is needed. I'm not sure where my Velcro is. Oh, I gotta stick this up there or I will lose that. Okay. I'm not sure where my Velcro strips are. I do have some. I need to find them. If I can't, I need to get them tomorrow on my way home from work. So I should also add that into my phone. So I'll do that now. That is going to be my 4 o'clock alarm. And 4 p.m. and save that. Okay, what's she sending me? Okay, she's sending me a map link to where we have to park. She's not telling me anything about where we are going today. I am really looking forward to this. She popped down and just showed me what she was doing with her hair. She just washed it and it's going to curl up, just like mine does after I initially wash it. Unless I pull it back, if I leave it down like I had it, it starts to curl and it looks beautiful. And hers does the exact same thing, but her curl goes really tight. I get the wavy and she gets the tight curls. It's just beautiful. And her hair is like lamb wool soft. Anyway, so I think we did pretty good. This piece here I'm going to make as a cap to go over that. So that is design cap for choker. Okay. All right. That's good. I'm impressed. I got that done. I'm happy with that. So 10:52. It's probably time that I look to see who is out there that we can raid to. I got to grab the right thing here. Got chat again. Where are you, chat? There you are. Now I'm connecting to chat again. Really? Why does it do that? Can't see chat there. All right. Let's see. Who can we raid to? I am still open on a tab of my own here. So, we raided to for Kinji recently.
Cruisen Girl says, Purk is fun to raid.
I know, but I raided Perk last week. Just last week. No, 2 weeks ago. Okay, so it was 2 weeks ago I raided Perk. I know who we're going to raid to. I know exactly who we're going to raid to. So we'll just pop over here. And we're going to raid to somebody I haven't had a chance to raid to, but really needs one. Let's see.
Cruisen Girl says, I love blinding him.
Yes, so do I. I love blinding him too. There we go. We are going to raid to Hodun Kane because he needs some love. If you're not already following Hodun Kane, do give him a follow. He is playing Warframe today. He streams mostly Warframe. I think only Warframe. That's all I've ever seen him playing. But give him a follow, and I will be back, hopefully. Well, I plan on being back on Wednesday evening. Until then, everybody, have a great week. Oh, changing my screen here. Where is it? There. Have a great week. Stay safe, everybody, and keep dancing.
The pain. And there was Cowabunga! Abandon all hope, all who stand before me.
We make a good team.
Magic
a weird team,
dice.
but a good team.
Magic dice. Hello. How are you doing? Thanks for the raid. Hope your stream went well. I was there for the beginning. I went to bed early last night. I don't normally stream at this time. What'd you get up in today? What'd you get into today? Last I saw you had that, it looked like a Nova back piece. Like a round thing that you said breaks very easily, so you had to print it off. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Weapons at scale, seeing she doesn't bring her own damage. She can strip armor. So a viral slash might be pretty good. We're gonna chance working on the emitter rings for the cosplay. The Archon shards too. Oh, that's neat. Good deal done. That's good. Heal path incursions. Oh boy. I've been getting like 4 to 5 hours sleep each day. I'm staying up real late. Real late. Like almost noon before I go to bed. Oh, I've been very tired. I said enough's enough, so I'm going to bed early.